Claire McPhee here from Organise Your Life and panellist for Toddlers to Teens TV. I just wanted to give some quick tips today on how to get your kids organised to get out the door for school in the mornings without it becoming stressful and, you yelling at them yelling at you, which is not a nice way to start the day. Basically, it starts the afternoon before when the kids come home from school and want to just drop their bags at the door and run and do whatever they want to do. It's getting them into the habit of unpacking their bags then and there, so to get their homework out if they've got any, to get their lunch boxes out, and to bring those into the living area and sort them out ready for the next day. Now, the great thing about them kids using so much technology these days, it's wonderful that they use a little bit of it, but it's easy to get into a trap that they use too much. And it's a good bargaining tool to be able to say, okay, well, until you do your homework and maybe a few chores or whatever it is that you need them to do of an afternoon, you cannot, watch any TV or use your iPod or DS or whatever else it may be. So I find that works extremely well with my kids, and if I ever need to, then docking pocket money might come into it if they're being a bit cheeky and not wanting to do what they really need to do for us to keep on top of things and for it not to get stressful then and following on to the next day. So that works a treat, and if you can give them as much quality time as possible to help them do that, depending on their ages, if they're that little bit younger, to keep them going, so it doesn't feel like it's a really overwhelming job that is too much for them to do completely on their own. For example, our son has to do the dishwasher, which is at least every second day, and when it's completely chock-a-block and he's a bit tired, he asks for some help, and I'm happy to do a few little things just to get him going, and it makes all the difference between him being in a bad mood or a good mood to then do his homework and maybe help a little bit with dinner time, setting the table, things like that. And then in the morning, you will have obviously had their school clothes ready for the night before, so that their school shoes are where they should be, they've got a clean pair of undies ready to go, and sports uniform if they need to have a sports uniform for the next day. That's done. It's not something you're doing in the morning when time just seems to disappear and you seem to be rushing out the door all the time. Definitely no TV in the mornings. That's an absolute no-no from all the experts I've ever heard speak on this topic. I know it's an easy trap to get into, especially when your kids haven't gone to school. So they've done the kinder childcare thing, and you might let them watch a bit of Play School or whatever in the mornings, while it gives you a chance to get ready yourself without those constant interruptions. But once the kids are at school, you really need to get out of the habit of doing that. I know I learnt the hard way that it just makes life so much more difficult for you, because it takes up precious time that you just don't have in the morning, and there's too much screen time for kids anyway. So really, a little bit after school or over night time, and keep the mornings out of it so it doesn't create that stress. If they happen to be ready completely, have done everything, the teeth, their school shoes, made their beds, put their dirty breakfast bowl in the sink or in the dishwasher or whatever they're capable of doing, and depending on their age, then they might be able to, but I've found that is extremely rare, like less than 1% of the time. And once, just a little tip, if they have been in the habit of watching TV in the mornings, they're not going to be happy about it when you say, we're not doing that anymore, it's just not working for us to have a smooth start to the day. But stick to your guns and just use your, no TV time or docked pocket money or whatever it may be to keep them on track, because you'll all be so much happier as a result. It made a huge difference to us when the kids were that bit younger and we'd got into some bad habits. And, you'll just start the day in a much better way, and isn't that, better than starting it off stress, because then things can snowball and you feel really disorganised and, just not good. So keep those things in mind. I hope that helps. And if you want any more tips, you can go over to our website, organiseyourlife.com.au. Mel's got a fantastic magazine out for the moment for toddlers to teens, and we have an amazing big offer discount for you for our organiser. So if you haven't already subscribed to that, go over to the website toddlerstoteens.tv and find out what it is, and get on board and join our community of thousands around the world. Happy organising.